great plan to be sitting here all ready to go for Viniyoga when I clicked on my go live, and now that goes. Son of a bitch. Okay, it's gonna get better, I promise. Hi, I guess I should tell you. My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company. No. Not that kind of yoga. And this is a Viniyoga flow today. Viniyoga is a therapeutic style of yoga that focuses heavily on connecting your breath to the movement of your body. So we're going to work a lot on controlling the breath and creating this long, balanced inhale and exhale. It is very different than any of the other yoga I teach, and probably any of the yoga you've done. That's okay. It's not for everybody, but I hope that you will find something that you like in it, and that we will work some shit out. Work some stuff out of the body is what I was thinking. But sometimes it is about emotional stress and mental well-being. That's about as hippie as it's going to get for me ever. Okay, so we're going to start on our backs actually today. And we are going to just take a moment or two to get ourselves moving. I do have notes today, so that's where you're going to see me working it out and getting it on task, keeping it on task. So let's take a little rock side to side, a little pelvic tilt up. Feet can be in a comfortable position. Don't worry too much about the ankle of the knee or the placement of the feet. Just let's relax a little bit. And we're going to pull our attention and awareness from the external to the internal, taking a scan of the body, a little tuck of the chin, check in and notice what's going on in your physical form. How is your week playing out on you, on your body? Where are you feeling tension or tightness? It's Friday in my current space-time continuum. So what have you been doing this week that's kind of playing out? We're going to move that attention and awareness into the state and quality of our thinking and check in. Maybe your brain is still calm and quiet from the morning. Maybe like me, your to-do list just started off at full speed before you were even out of bed. I hate that. Anyway, we're going to move anything kind of poking its head up into your awareness off to the side. We want to create and hold a silent space so that we can spend our time focused on our practice and our time on the mat. Let's move that silence into the attention of the breath. And right now, we're just going to notice that breath without any exerting any control over it. I want you to notice the path of the breath into and out of the lungs. I want you to really pay attention to the musculature and the movement of the body as we breathe. And we're going to start increasing the length of the breath and the inhale and exhale. But I want you to start the inhale under the chest. Feel that flow of air into the lungs that fill under the ribs. And then expand the space of the lungs into the belly. And then as we exhale, start at the belly, releasing that breath, drawing the diaphragm up and in. And then relaxing the ribs and the transverse abdominis and then releasing that breath out of the chest and relaxing the shoulders. So let's start working through that ocean. I call it the ocean swelling breath because we're gonna swell up and then back down. And I also want you to start increasing the length of that breath to the longest balanced inhale and exhale that you can maintain. You're gonna find that you hit a position on retention where you hold for a minute as you shift into the exhale, and then you'll find that you hold at the top of suspension where you have to shift into inhale. So let's start working ourselves into that ocean swelling breath. So as we maintain that ocean swelling breath and that rhythm, let's relax the arms down to our sides. And we're going to take a asymmetrical reach. So with our next inhale, we're going to slide our right leg down the length of the mat as we sweep the right arm in a snow angel movement and reach the toe and the arm away from each other. Fill the lungs with that breath. Feel that stretch through the right side of the body. As you exhale, we start with the exhale and we're going to slide that right leg up and slowly return the right arm to our side at the same time as our foot replaces itself. Let's start to the left. We're going to inhale and slowly reach out, lengthen it up, fill the lungs with that breath, feel the stretch from hip to elbow, and then slowly connect that exhale to the return of foot and hand. We're just going to keep moving like that. Remember, we're starting with the inhales and we're starting with the exhales. So all of our movement initiates with the beginning of the breath first. We're going to take 2 more full repetitions in both directions. So if you're counting, it's 4 times. One more time in both directions. All right, let's take a little sway side to side. We're going to relax that energetic breath. And I want you to take a notice of the energy through the hip, maybe in the low back, definitely in the shoulders, through the arms and legs. And just let's notice the response of the body to the breath and the movement. All right, let's slide the heels a little closer to the glutes. We're gonna work some active bridge. We're gonna work without our arms. So rock your shoulders a little open, feel the scapula flatten on the mat, tuck the chin. Let's start our ocean swelling breath, and let's take a couple of those as we get into our rhythm, and then I'll cue the press into the heels with the inhale. All right, as we begin the next inhale, let's start that breath and press into the heels, lift the tailbone, lift the hips, press up out of the low back, mid back, little tuck of the chin, lift the hips, press the shoulder blades and triceps into the mat. As we exhale, let's slowly return, rolling through the length of the spine till the very last thing to touch the mat is the tailbone. We're going to take 5 more of those, and I want you to very carefully, mindfully connect the speed of the body to that long and balanced inhale and exhale. Three more repetitions. Last repetition. All right, let's relax the energy of the breath. We're going to rest for a minute. Place your feet into a neutral position. Sway side, a little sway, sorry, side to side. Lost my breath. And let's notice the energy in the body now, the response to that movement. All right, we are going to work through some Apanasana. So let's tuck the fingertips over the tops of both knees, working symmetrically here. So I'm just working the length of the arm. My knees are hanging in the fingertips. Excuse me. Okay, let's start with an inhale, working into our ocean swelling breath. Keeping the face soft, unclenching the teeth. Let's initiate with our exhale. We're going to draw knees toward the body. And then give me a scoop of the low belly and a little press of the tailbone up toward the ceiling. Inhaling, let's unwind just to the length of the arms. We're going to take 3 more just like that. Last round. Just relax those feet to the mat. Take a little sway side to side, and let's just take some resting breath. We're just noticing the energy in the body as a result of our movement and breathing. Let's rock all the way over to one side. We're going to log roll over and up. We're going to move to hands and knees. I like to pad my knees with a blanket. We're going to work a little Ekapada repetition. And we are actually going to work through neutral position into Ekapada. So we're not going to take our Hanuman today. That'll make sense. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it'll make sense in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to start with my left foot, and I'm going to bring it out and warm it in front of me so that I'm overextended from hip to heel. My right knee is my supporting knee. I'm going to start with my hands on the mat in the fold, and then we're going to go up to placing hands on the knees. But so what I meant by Ekapada repetition is that often, that's a better word, when I work this repetition with you, we come back into this extension, which is Hanuman, but we're going to stay here in neutral, so we're not going to take that hamstring work today. So I'm going to start with my inhale. So exhale all the air out of the lungs. We're going to inhale and press forward, keeping your knee stacked over the heel. So if your knee is popping out over your toes, I want you to scooch that toe out a little bit. And then we're just going to exhale and come to neutral. So we're going to inhale and exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times here in the bow. And now I'm going to come up and place my hands. I'm going to be still in neutral. I'm going to inhale and press forward. I'm just getting a little more leverage out of that hip. And I'm exhaling. One more repetition. I'm going to come down to the hands, heel toe that leg out. Let's just take a little child's pose. A little sway side to side and relax into the fold. Sorry, just remembered something. Worst yoga instructor ever. I'll have to edit that out. All right, come on, let's come forward. I'm going to take my right foot. Heel toe it out. Let's warm it forward. We're going to take 4 repetitions in the fold, and then we'll take 4 repetitions with our hands on our knees. All right, let's inhale and press forward. Initiate the exhale and lean back. All right, I'm going to come up and just place my hands on my knee. I'm inhaling into the press, stronger extension. Exhaling, just release that pressure. One more repetition. Coming on down, I'm going to heel toe that leg around. I'm going to take a little child's pose. Just come on back, rock side to side, relax into the fold. Wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists, make some fists. All right, we're going to work our Vajrasana. So let's come on to stand in our knees. A little balance side to side. Balance front to back. I'm engaging my core. If you're feeling this in your quads, you're leaning too far back. If your toes come off the mat, you're a little too far forward. We're going to take a double arm sweep on this round. We're going to take 6 repetitions. So let's exhale all the air out of the lungs. And let's start that ocean swelling breath. As we do, let's reach arms up. And now as we exhale, initiate that exhale, tuck the tailbone, scoop the belly. We're going to draw the body down with the power of the core and release into the fold. The fingertips reach back toward the heels, bow. Inhaling, engage the core, pull up through that core activation, and inhale up, take the stretch. Continue on. That was 1. We're going to take 5 more. Two more repetitions. Just relax those arms out in front. Relax the energy of that breath. And just notice the energy through the knees, the hips, the low back, and the arms. All right, I'm going to move my blanket, but I'm going to keep it close by because we're going to come back to a Chakravarkasana bow. But we're going to come to our belly and we're going to work a little active cobra. We're going to work both sides, both front, upper body and lower body. So I'm going to tuck my forehead to the mat because that's very comfortable for me. Rock the shoulders back. Relax the elbows close to the ribs. Hands are out in front of the shoulders, but completely relaxed. We're not going to press into the mat. We're just going to be using upper body. So we're going to take some rounds of the normal low cobra, and then we're going to take some rounds with our legs. And then we're going to do some shoulder work. So we're going to exhale all the air out of the lungs. And with the inhale, we're going to use the core and the back to lift the body. Keep the chin tucked. Roll those shoulders slightly open. Try to keep the lower body relaxed. And release. Completely relax in the arms. Moving with your inhale and exhale. 2 more. Keeping that chin slightly tucked, that length of cervical spine. All right, let's rest the forehead on the back of the hands. Take a little sway side to side and create a resting breath. Let the energy of that breath go. We're paying attention to the energy through the core, through the back, the hips. All right, let's bring those shoulders back. Bring the elbows back, relaxing the forehead to the mat. So we're going to add a leg extension with our cobra lift. So let's exhale all the air out of the lungs. We're going to start on the left side first. So as we inhale and lift the upper body, inhale and lift the left leg. We're going to release on down. And now let's move to the right side. Continue that movement. Two more. All right, let's rest the forehead on the back of the hands. Take a little rock side to side. Relax the energy out of the body. Let's notice the energy now. What has changed in our low back, in our hips, in our legs. All right, we're going to take our left arm and we're going to rest it by our sides, palm toward the ceiling. Give me a little reach so that shoulder shrugs down a little from the ear. I'm going to rest my forehead on my right hand. Relax the entire body. Take a little sway side to side. And we're going to do a shoulder blade press. So we're going to inhale, and as you inhale, we're going to take a tiny lift of the body, but I want you to press and lift the weight of the arm off the mat from the shoulder blade. So I'm going to show you if you start with the hand, you can see the shoulder blade doesn't lift up as high. So I want you to keep your arm out of it, that rotation of the shoulder out of it, and press up with the shoulder blade. So this is what it looks like with the shoulder blade. You're going to be lifting and pressing back, and then you're going to be releasing and dropping down. So you can see you're moving your entire arm when you lift with the shoulder blade as opposed to just your fingertips. So let's exhale all the air out of the lungs. We're going to do 4 on each side, but we're going to just stay and work asymmetrically. All right, let's initiate the inhale. And now start that lift of the shoulder blade. Press back. Squeeze it toward the spine. And release. One more time. Just bring the arm around, rest it, take a little sway side to side, and relax the breath. All right, I'm going to take my right arm and extend it, palm up. And let's start with that inhale. One more time. Just relax that hand forward. Let's rest the forehead on the back of the hands. Take a little rock side to side. All right, we're going to move our hands back underneath our shoulders. We're going to peel ourselves off the mat and come to hands and knees, which means I'm going to take my blanket and recushion my knees. We're going to work our Chakravarkasana bow, and I like to pad my knees with a blanket. So place the knees around to either side of the hands. We're going to move the heels of the hands out in front of the shoulders, so we're not at 90 degrees stacked. We're going to draw them out half to a full palm's length, soften the elbows, and we're going to take 4 rounds of Chakravarkasana bow. So let's start with our inhale. Same thing, ocean swelling breath, but flat in the back. And as we exhale, we release the chin. We're going to slowly lower the forearms to the mat. Now continue and scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone, and reach the zip back toward the heel as we bow toward the mat. Initiate with the inhale and lengthen straight forward. Try to remember not to scoop and tuck that tailbone until the forearms are completely on the mat. So we release the chin, touch to the forearms. Now scoop the belly toward the spine, tuck the tailbone, and reach into that bow. 2 more of those. We're going to release here in child's pose. Open up the elbows, wiggle the fingers, roll the wrists. Take a little sway side to side. And then let's move forward through hands and knees, and we're going to come to our backs again. I'm going to grab a quick drink of water. All that breathing dries my throat out. Oh, take a little sway side to side. Whew, okay. We are going to place our heels toward the ceiling. So we're going to work a little Konasana, reclined angle. I guess that's where we're going to go. I guess it's not Konasana. I don't know what it is. Okay. We're going to just relax our heels up toward the ceiling. Take a little rock side to side to balance out those hips. We're going to place the hands, palms in to the insides of the knees, right above, mine are right on my thigh. Relax the energy out of the feet. We're going to inhale and open. As we inhale, just let those legs hang for a beat. Now, as we exhale, draw the belly in, draw the heels together, and push out gently with the hands. Inhaling. Three more, just like that. Let's do one more because I lost count. Bring the knees in. Let the feet relax to the mat. Let's take our resting breath. We're just noticing now the energy from the body, from the waist to the toes. All right, we are going to work a little knee work. So this is not exactly a twist. It is, we're going to be working, I'll start on the left side so you can see what I'm going to be doing with my hip. So I'm going to rest my left foot on my right knee. I'm going to be using my right hand as leverage, left arm is relaxed. We're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're just going to draw the knee away from the left side of the body. I'm going to try and keep as much of my back on the mat as possible, and just my left glute is going to rotate up, and then I'm going to inhale and slowly replace that hip. We're going to do 3 more of those. Supta Parshva Padangusthasana, maybe? I don't know, I can't think of it. So not a full spinal twist, we're just working that leg, and we're working the hip and the glute med. One more time. All right, we're gonna come over and we're gonna hang in that stretch, and you can relax your foot off the leg, add a little extra weight to the stay. We're gonna take a 4-breath stay. So I'm still in that medium position, just my left glute and hip are off the mat. I'm feeling the stretch through the glute med, piriformis, and into the hamstring. And I'm gonna hang here and take a 4-breath stay. And slowly unwind. Bring both feet up. We're just gonna take a little sway, side to side. And now we're gonna do that on this other side. Supta Parshva Padangustasana. I had it right. Look at me. I looked at my notes. Firing on all cylinders today so far. All right, let's rest the foot on that knee. Relax the shoulders. Left hand is being used as leverage. Right arm is relaxed out. Let's exhale all the air out of the lungs. Start with your inhale at center. And now as we exhale, let's drop. It's just that right side, just the right glute and hip. Inhaling, unwind. This is so small and so slow. Two more. All right, we're going to take our 4-breath stay. So start with your inhale. Exhale. We're just hanging out at that. I don't know if it's 45 degrees or what. And breathe. Remember, the right foot can relax off the knee to add a little extra leverage, a little extra weight to that leg. And we're going to slowly unwind and relax that foot to the mat. Take the other foot up, take a little sway side to side. All right, we are going to work our Supta Baddha Konasana now, and then we'll finish off with some Apanasana and our relaxation. So I'm going to scoot the heels close to the glutes, and I'm going to take a little rock side to side, get balanced. Exhale all the air out of the lungs, so we can start with our inhale. Excuse me. As we inhale, we're going to open those knees up and let them hang. Don't worry about pressing the soles of the feet together. We're just going to rock to the edge of the foot. And as you exhale, I want you now to press down with the hips, scoop the belly, press the low back into the mat, draw the knees in. 3 more of those in this position. Okay, we're going to scooch the feet just a little further away from the hips. Take a little sway side to side. Exhale all the air out of the lungs. We're going to take 4 repetitions at this wider angle of the knee. generating some heat in my right piriformis. I had to give it a little nudge. Okay, we're gonna scoot those feet out a little bit further, so we're widening the angle of the knee. We're gonna work 4 repetitions in this position. So let's exhale all the air out of the lungs and start with our inhale. All right, let's bring the feet back to mid position. We're gonna take a little sway side to side. And now we're gonna take a 4 breath stay. So pressing the soles of the feet together, little rock side to side with the knees. Let the knees relax. Let the upper body relax. And we're gonna take a 4 breath stay and let the weight of the legs stretch through the adductors. All right, let's slide the hands down the legs. We're gonna help the knees up and take a little sway side to side. Let's take the toes out to the edge of the mat. We're gonna take some windshield wiper sweeps and then finish off with some Apanasana and pelvic tilt. So comfortable angle of the feet, nice big inhale at center. We're gonna sway those knees over to one side. Let them hang. Inhaling, draw up to center. And exhale, let them sweep to the other side. We're going to take one more sweep in both directions. All right, let's bring those feet up. We're going to cup the fingertips over the tops of the knees. We're going to take 6 rounds of Apanasana and then just relax into our final relaxation. Big inhale at center. And now let's exhale, draw knees toward the body. Give me that little teeny when you press the tailbone up. Three more of those. All right, let's relax the feet to the mat. We're going to take a little rock side to side. I want you to notice body temperature. It is a cool morning, so if you want to add a blanket, I think I'm going to cover my feet. We are going to just go right on into our Yoga Nidra and our Shavasana Shatali Kripani. So let's relax the body, unclench the teeth, relax the breath. Let's pull our attention and awareness into the state and quality of our forehead. I want you to release all those tiny little muscles and nerve endings. Slide that relaxation down through the temples. Let's unclench the teeth. Let the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Relax through the face. Feel the softness extend and the relaxation through the sides of the neck. Release the energy out of those strap muscles. Let the shoulders relax. Relax biceps and triceps. Release energy through the space of the elbow and down into the forearms. Little wiggle of the fingers, roll the wrists, and then relax the upper body completely against the mat. Feel heavy through the shoulder blades. Follow the length of the spine from the base of the neck down through the ribs. Maybe a little rock side to side of the hips. And then let's let the energy of the torso release and feel it rest against the floor. Feel those glutes relax. Let the energy draw out of the quads and the hamstrings. The upper legs and the hips might be feeling some anxiety. Or maybe take a sway side to side, a little wiggle, and then relax down through the space of the knees, through the calves, a little wiggle of the toes, and really let the lower body relax and rest toward the floor. Pull that attention and awareness into the state and quality of your thinking. Anything that's trying to poke its head over that little bit of attention horizon, let's release it off to the side. We want to hold our silence and then move that silence into our focus of the breath and just follow that relaxed. We're going to pull some deeper breaths into the lungs, big filling inhales, big sighing exhales. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Roll the ankles, roll the wrists. Oh, I'm going to reach my arms out to the side, take a big open arm stretch, and then slide them up. I'm going to take this big yawning, re-energizing reach. I'm going to bring a nice knee up and give it a squeeze. Bringing the other knee up and giving it a squeeze. Taking a few rocks side to side. Let's roll from one hip across the low back to the other. And then I'm going to rock all the way over to one side. Let's rest our head on our arm and take a moment just to notice the support of the floor beneath us. I'll lengthen my top leg and work myself up. Upper body first. And I'm going to take a side to side rock. Ooh. Comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like for you. Let's roll the shoulders back. I'm going to hook my fingertips over the tops of my knees. I'm going to lean my head and body away from that grip. Bowing the chin forward and taking a lean in the other direction. Stacking shoulders over ribs, ribs over hips. Let's take a scan of the body, checking in. State and quality of the physical form on this end of the practice. Pulling that attention and awareness into the state and quality of our thinking. Let's check in and notice, what do we need to move into our to-do list? Let's let those things move back with a little bit of elbow room, no pushing, no shoving. So sorry about that. Forgot to turn the volume off my computer. All right, let's move in and pay attention to the breath. Soft, easy inhale, soft sound exhale. It is what carries us throughout our day. Now that I've given you a heart attack, I'll edit that part out if you are watching this. Never mind. I'm going to edit that out. You won't even know a thing. And now let's release practice. Blinking our eyes open. I'm going to take this nice, lovely stretch up toward the ceiling. You do not have to join me if it's not going to feel your jam. Ooh, I'm yawning today. That's just the weather, I think. Letting all of that go. Taking a moment to honor your body for doing what you asked to do today and all the hard work it does to get you from one end of the week to the other. My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company. Thank you so much for supporting the online gig. I know it's not ideal, but it keeps me safe. It keeps you safe. And we're keeping our groove on. If you have any questions for me, you can email me at yoga@jclynn.com. I'll put my hand up here because maybe we'll have a graphic there someday. If you want to get a hold of me or see my website, it's the.fnyogablog.com. The schedule's there. There are some purchase options. You can read my blog, my rant and raves about yoga, and amongst other things. Let's see. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for Viniyoga. In this particular moment in the space-time continuum, it is Friday. And I hope that if you have a weekend, it is a pleasant one. Thank you so much.